Здравствуйте на втором стриме по Hogwarts Legacy. Он тоже будет коротким, если что. Извиняюсь за это. Это из-за некоторых проблем. А так, сейчас начнем. Ясно, почему оно предупреждение не показывает. Что игра предупреждает от предположений к приступам эпилепсии под воздействием. Честно, почему оно это не показывает? А вот проверку шейдеров она уже должна была бы показать. Вроде бы все работает, да? Вроде бы все работает, да? Я себя проверил, пока подготовка шейдеров. Но все равно куда быстрее, чем в первый раз загружается. Ну, самый-самый первый раз при первом включении игры. Ну, решил пораньше запуститься, но пока битрейт будет нормально. Точнее, ненормальным, отличным. Так, где у нас игра? Так, отлично. Продолжить. Мне сильно хотелось бы загрузки побыстрее, и чтобы прогрузки шейдеров не было, но это ладно уже. Ведь хотел бы этого, играл бы на PS5. 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 Так, извиняюсь, звук работает, проверял. Если что, выключил зернист. Я посмотрел в настройках. Пойдем. Прикольно все выглядит у нас. Видишь, нам наверх надо. Кстати, как у нас в комнате, я не посмотрел на нашу комнату.
Now, which way is the common room?
А, для этого нам нужно еще.
Must be different starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Revelio.
Понятно, здесь огонь нужен.
They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food. Like that. Who does Nelly think she is, anyway?
Everyone, let them through.
Нет, я не могу. Может, с кем-то можно поговорить.
It'll be the next butterbeer.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. I'm glad you and Fig were all right. Heard about your travels here. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage? Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Работает звук или нет, все отлично.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still,
boy.
she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today. I promise you.
I know you weren't born with wings. I'm sure you'd
Как мне
use
с
them.
ней?
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
It's true, and I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
How awful for you. And of course, that poor man from the Ministry. But still, you got to see a dragon. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Ладно. Мы же сами выбрали исследовать замок, потому да, мы тоже интересно много чего искать нам. Приключения, как и она.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Ну, уж этот Хогвартс с его слухами, да?
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Кстати.
Revelio.
Oh, perhaps I should. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Тренируйся дальше.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Понятно. Заучка, ну ладно.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Да, явно растерялся бы. Ладно, желаю удачи тебе.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
I can appreciate Hogsmeade all year round, but there's nothing like it up to
Как хотим двигаться.
Revelio.
Ну, я думал, двигаться или нет, хотя бы что. Угу.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
Экзамен, что ли, да?
Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Ну, понятно, что должно быть волшебной книгой необычной.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have.
Да,
Walk with me
действительно,
and
лучше
we shall
показать
put it to the
сразу.
test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Ну, он даже вся картина двигается, да? Братан, здесь чувствуется сделанная игра.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up!
Revelio.
Ладно, не буду ее перебивать.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Портрет Баруфио. Страница руководства. На этом портрете изображен волшебник Баруфио, прославивший своим мозговым эликсиром и очередным напоминанием, как важно правильно произносить наши заклинания. Однажды он произнес «С» вместо «Ф» и в результате обнаружил, что лежит на полу, а у него на груди стоит буйвол. Да. Вы только что открыли испытание руководства. Ваш прогресс будет отображаться здесь, понятно? Выполнение испытаний руководства — это единственный способ заработать очки опыта, понятно? Это ваш уровень волшебства. Опыт, полученный в результате прохождения испытаний, повышает ваш уровень сил. Ну, это понятно. Ваше руководство, отслеживающее текущий прогресс прохождения испытаний, выберите меню испытаний, чтобы продолжить. Хорошо, выбираем. Собрав свою первую страницу руководства, вы открыли новую категорию испытаний. Здесь будут появляться все новые испытания, которые вы разблокируете во время своих приключений. Выберите страницу руководства, чтобы продолжить. Каждое испытание имеет несколько уровней. На каждом из них у вас ждет специальная награда, начиная от внешнего вида и заканчивая важным обновлением. Это интересно. Ну, я имею в виду не вид, а обновление. Награду можно получить в меню испытаний. Возвращайтесь почаще, чтобы получить все награды, которые вы разблокировали.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Это что за тварь? А. Понятно, выбрать что-то. Способности, я понял. О. Тут замок нужен.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
Да, здесь огонь нужен, понятно.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Так, вам удалось обнаружить точку быстрого перемещения с летучим пламенем. Вы можете открыть карту в любое время, чтобы мгновенно добраться до любой обнаруженной точки с летучим пламенем. Удобно сделано. Так, Хогвартс разделен на две основные области. В левой части карты живут студенты и профессора. Здесь расположены гостиные и большой зал. Хорошо. Нам сюда, да? Здесь вы можете видеть точки с летучим пламенем, которые доступны в этом регионе. Точки с летучим пламенем зеленого цвета — это те, которые вам удалось обнаружить, включая гостиную вашего факультета. Точки с летучим пламенем серого цвета показывают местоположение еще не обнаруженных точек быстрого перемещения. Правда, точку серого перемещения цвета нужно бы подправить, то есть ее вообще не видно. Ну ладно, это мелочи. В правой части карты находятся точки интереса, связанные с учебой, включая астрономическую башню, библиотеку и теплицу. Выберите пристройку библиотеки, чтобы продолжить. Профессор разблокировал для вас точку с летучим пламенем в центральном зале. Смените карту с помощью АД и отправляйтесь с точки с летучим пламенем в центральную точку из поля пробел. А, то есть вот так можно.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Revelio.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I rather enjoy Transfiguration myself.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Разве им еще не рано?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become aurors.
Ладно, логично, да.
Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Ясно, что наш профессор тогда преподает.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I said Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning. Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Давай говорим с ним.
Revelio.
Нет, это зеркало заинтересовало. Ладно, понятно.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than
Действительно, может быть.
And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good.
Может быть, и директор
as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Открыть карту, хорошо. Этот значок символизирует основное задание. Выполняя основное задание, вы продвинетесь по основной истории, откроете новые возможности, зарабатываете опыт. Хорошо. Некоторые задания заблокированы из-за требования к наличию заклинания или к вашему уровню. Опять серый, видимо, значок. Да, и с этим серым значком, видимо, нужно будет пройти. В этих случаях для активации задания вам нужно достичь требуемого уровня или уметь использовать необходимые заклинания. Новые заклинания можно изучить, выполняя задачи профессора, или в качестве награды для задания. Начните отслеживание заданий с помощью, чтобы... Так. А я... Да, ну давай вот это по-моему.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio.
What am I missing? How many lessons do you think come in?
Угадай, нужен замок. Ну, там сундук я. Так, ладно, пока немного по сюжету.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Ну, они даже говорят лично. Постараюсь не так сильно мутать. Может, это так. Только что ногу двигал, да. Это неприятное. Да, по ФПС. Что случилось?
Revelio.
Ладно, значит, это что-то другое нужно.
Revelio.
Это кто луса?
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Действительно.
Revelio.
Так, понятно. Его мы пока не можем открыть. А вот это мы можем.
first
Professor
year, my
Ronan tends
siblings
to
and
go
I
on a
are all
bit.
at Hogwarts together.
We sometimes have to remind him to
Our poor
finish the
mother doesn't
lesson.
know what to do with their time.
Revelio.
necessarily want him to
You
get
jump
back to the
every week.
lesson.
All of my siblings have finished at Hogwarts. Nice to be here on my own.
Так, здесь вроде бы... Хотя, стоп. 5 замок, да? Когда начнем задание?
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Какой интересный и задорный профессор, кстати. Хотел давно об этом сказать, но решил не перебивать его диалоги. А вот как раз во время загрузок это можно и поговорить. Сказать.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Ну вот, по делу ХПС не самый
So why don't we have our newest students start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor.
А это прочитать
Show us how
уже.
it's done.
Манящий чар акцию. Притягивает цель к заклинателю. Нажмите назначенную кнопку, чтобы использовать акцию и притянуть цель ближе. Нажмите еще раз, чтобы прекратить использование чары.
Excellent. Good. Not to worry. That's it. Don't lose your composure. Very good. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Конечно, она сейчас произойдет.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ну, мы начнем.
Let us see this.
По очереди.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Stay focused.
Ну ладно.
Here we go. Phew.
Splendid.
Watch this.
Ну, если она проиграет.
There we go.
Accio.
Nicely done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
На что ты еще добавила, профессор?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. Yes!
Accio.
That's it.
Let us see this. Phew. Well done. Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
Да чтоб тебя она победила.
Excellent control there.
Можно еще раз, да?
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Если же проходим, то будем лучше спрашивать все вопросы.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Больше лора, может быть, больше нам интереснее. Да, не всем это интересно.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, after my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Понятно.
Revelio.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Мне уже страшно. Так, теперь вам доступны побочные задания. Доступные побочные задания можно найти в регионах Хогвартс, отмеченные вот этим знаком. При исследовании мира вокруг они дают дополнительный опыт, но вы не будете продвигаться по основным историям. Да, я понял. А ну-ка.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Так, ладно. По дополнительному заданию идем. Так, ты меня по основному видишь или по дополнительному здесь? А, вот здесь прогрузки, я понял. Ужас, все. Ужасно. Опять питание. Может, как раз чудится.
When Howin said draw a thestral, how was I to know you don't draw it next to a dead body?
Poor Susan in those seconds. There's something in there. I just know it.
I'm surprised.
Oh, I'd wager the Hufflepuff common room's the coziest of them all. Simply the fact that it's so close to the
Что ж ты так ругаешься, а?
Bit of a booker's lot, one might say.
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Revelio.
Так.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Any of you know where I can find Korean?
I dropped one of the crystal balls in divination. Shattered everywhere. I was mortified.
Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
My siblings and I have all been
Accio!
Absolutely sweet on me, I'm sure of it. Every time he's around me, he's crooning at me.
А не то я хотел. Карт, движение. Ноги. Может, это надо? Ну, бывает. Глюк произошел, вот и все.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Так, смотрим. Вот еще побочное задание. Надеюсь, такие проводки больше не будет.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that, and now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day, but I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way.
Это да.
I'd collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Amit tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Accio! Revelio. Accio!
What are you up to now?
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Сегодня был хороший день, пока Гарри не прокинул свое дурацкое зелье златоглаза, которое так долго настаивало. Пришлось выпить весь котел и начать заново. Он просто невыносим. Думает, что ему нет равных в зельевании и постоянно срывает уроки профессора Шарпа своим экспериментом. Одно могу сказать точно. Если бы Гарри не был племянником профессора Уизли, его бы уже исключили из школы. Сегодня на ужин снова копченая рыба. Она даже начинает мне нравиться. Хотя мясной пирог все равно вкуснее.
Revelio.
Так, ну тут замок. Сундук. А, могу. Здесь сундук. Ага, он наверх вылетает, я вижу. Может. Еще там две летает, а не одна.
Revelio. Accio.
We stayed up almost the
Revelio. Accio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Lumos.
Так, и где это у нас? А, вон это у нас. Скорее всего, вот здесь. Я, может, ошибаюсь. Ну.
Revelio.
Ну, сундучок не пропустил. Ну да, пока замки мы не научились скрывать.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Да, было бы ужасно, но не факт, что мы ничего не прошли. Ну, погнали, может, у нас. Подожди, тут что-то.
Revelio.
Фонтан в виде Вивианы. Страница руководства. Это фонтан на дворе трансфигурации с изображением Вивианы. Служит местом отдыха и собраний студентов. Несмотря на слухи, возможно, спровоцированные сэром Кедагана, это, безусловно, не та самая Вивиана из долины Рекивай, убитая веселым рыцарем помимо его воли. Да, типа такие свои прогрузки. Тут сундук. Не знаю, сколько у меня еще времени осталось, но... Попробуем начнем.
Is that all you've got? Yeah. Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Путешествие, чтобы направить, и направляйте к нему, чтобы...
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Это только меня лагает костюм, да. Мантия, точнее, не костюм. Ну ладно.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Как Protego? Я забыл.
Protego! Easy. Stupid Protego. Levioso complicates things. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say
I do enjoy and like duels.
Stupid one. Levioso.
All of my students were this adept.
Окей, все-таки.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Но не хихикает. Так что не согласен, что он хихикает здесь.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, Well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Что я ошибаюсь? Через карту смотрим, есть дополнительное задание или нет. А попробуем.
Revelio. Lumos.
Может, ты дальше? Точно не здесь. А, точно, даже не тут. Ладно. С этим мы позже разберемся тогда. Так, не бери, это игра не всегда.
Again. Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim. Did you praxia mole? As long as we're only one time per week.
Вот что.
Lumos. Accio. Revelio.
Карта Аргишира. Страница руководства. На этой карте регион Шотландии, где находятся Гибридские острова, родина гибридского черного дракона. Сундук. Его никто не брал. Тогда я соберу.
glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Попробуем как раз.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Пробивая желтые щиты, используя контролирующее заклинание, такие как гравитационное начале Левиоса. Привязаться к цели позволяет вам целить врагов без прицела. Нажмите капслок для... Понятно. Капс для...
Levioso. Lumos.
Descendo.
Find the one!
Bringo.
Protego. Levioso. Lumos. Oh, there goes my wager. Levioso.
Give him what's for!
Accio. Lumos.
Is that all you've got?
Act like a winner!
Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Всем спасибо, что смотрели стрим. Всем до следующего стрима. Всем до свидания.